Hey there, everybody. I just wanted to create a quick little video here to just make sure everybody's on the same page with respect to what we're doing now with the WIL activity. So I'm assuming the PSAs are all submitted, which is cool. And now again, you're working as individuals. So you're no longer working as a team. And when you log in, you'll see something that looks like this. I'm not sure if you guys will see the previous Peer Scholar activity. You may, but this is the one we're worried about here, the WIL activity. And I want you to notice a couple of things here. So first of all, the assess phase is open. And secondly, there's also this assess group members. I want you to do both of these, and these are each sort of different things, okay? So I'm logged in as a dummy student here, dummy Steve, so it's just showing me what you guys will see as you do things. But basically, for each of these, I'd like you to click in, like when you click into the assess phase. I'm not assigned to a group, so it's because I'm a dummy Steve that won't work. But the assess phase, pretty straightforward. You log in, you've seen Peer Scholar before. You will see different PSAs submitted by the different groups, and we're asking you to score each with a rubric and to provide some feedback to each. And the quality of your feedback is part of the grade. So please try to provide each group, especially in that in the constructive feedback section. Please try to provide them some idea of how you think their work could be even better. Because if they make the top 10, they might want to take your idea and do a revision for the top 10. So, you're giving them ideas of how they can, finish in the top 3 or better. So please do that seriously. We're going to be looking at that. That's part of your grade again. The only other thing I want to mention about the assess phase is that there are some questions at the end. You guys know now we like to collect data on everything we do to try to make it better as we go. So there are a number of questions after you complete the assess. So right now you see it saying it's due at 11:59 on December 1st. I'm actually going to add a bit of time to that, probably a half an hour, just to make sure you have more than enough time to complete your assessment and complete those additional questions if you're willing. I mean, obviously they are optional, and there's a consent form and all that kind of stuff. So check that out, and I appreciate, as always, when you guys have been giving us data all year long. Really appreciate it. It's really going to help us kind of make this course better as we go. Okay, cool. So that's the assess phase. Here, I'm not going to be able to do this either because dummy Steve is not in a group. But those of you who were, I want you to click here. And what you're going to see when you do that is you're going to see tabs with the names of the other members of your team. And for each tab, when you click on it, you're going to see a range of questions we would like you to answer. We're trying to work on making teamwork better. And so one of the things we want is to get a good sense of your experience with your teammates. And this is what we're going to call sort of baseline measure as we continue to kind of tweak how we do teamwork. We want to see if we're improving it. And so this is a good chance for us to get an idea of what did you guys think of the experience as you had it now? How did everybody participate? Did you have, great team members? Did you have some that weren't so great? And so please, we really appreciate it. I know there's quite a few questions for each, but they're pretty straightforward and easy to answer, I think. So if you could please all do this, all click in here, all answer all those questions. That also helps me when there's disputes or issues to get a clear sense of the group dynamics. And so that's the other thing I'll say here. Please be honest. Don't feel like you need to be nice. If somebody didn't participate, if they didn't contribute much, please. This is I mean, for us it's kind of research data, right? So we would really like you to be as honest as you can be, and that's what also allows me to be able to kind of suss through this stuff and figure out what was going on in your group in the cases where it needs to. So this is the real record that I can use to kind of sort through stuff, figure out if some people, deserve deductions because they didn't contribute, etc. So please click on that, answer all those questions for all those things, and do both of these things before the deadline. Go through the assess phase here by clicking on that, and then come back here and assess your group members. Okay. That's my ask of you. Thank you very much. And by the way, let me also remember, there's some classes we could have had. We could have had a class on Monday. I think I could have even had a class on Tuesday for a mixed one. We don't, because I know you're doing work like this, and I know it takes time. And so that's to kind of recognize this online learning that you're doing. And so kind of think of it this way, that way. Yes, this is a little time consuming, but hey, you could have had another class and you got this instead. So cool. Alrighty, cool. I'm gonna leave it there, and good luck. Thank you all for all the work you've been doing on this stuff through the term. I know I have a lot of crazy ideas in this course, and I know I do a lot of stuff. I really appreciate you guys coming along for the ride, and doing it in good faith, and I appreciate that very much. Okay, see you guys.